my power. Hello, everybody. Hello, Maree. Hello, Jazzy. How are you doing? How are you guys doing over there? Is that really hot?
Yeah, it's not as hot as it has been. Yeah, hi everyone. Hi Elisa. Jazzy says hi. For about two weeks, you'd walk outside, it was like walking into pea soup. It was disgusting. But it's actually we've still had a lot of more rain than we normally get. Today was the first day I woke up and we had a blue sky, and it's now cloudy again. But yeah, so it's been hot year. But that's okay. Went for a swim at the beach yesterday, but because of all the storms, it's really rough still. Like, yeah, so it's okay. We get the next few months, like from March, April, May, are just perfect, usually perfect beach weather. It's usually calm. So
nice.
What about you guys? Are you? Is it still crazy?
Well, we had a cold front come through, so it just rained for 2 days, and now it's nice and cold, but really pretty with no clouds and just the sun, and like it was last year finally. Because remember we did the cards on this, and you said it was going to be over soon.
Yep.
So it looks like we're finally done with that, whatever it was that they were doing.
Yeah, you just gotta go with things, don't you? And just sort of keep connected. So you can do.
Yeah. So extremely excited that we might be done with that. And but what else is going on? The stomach thing is still there a little. It's still kind of there. How about you?
Mine's gone. It's cleared. I've been a bit tired, but I have been doing a lot of work. But yeah, I've been a bit tired. But apart from that, I'm actually okay. Oh, though I keep getting cramps, even though I use magnesium and I use a spray. And it was so bad the other night that my actual muscles are sore from it. And I'm going, I really feel that this is electromagnetic as well. And I'm going, oh gosh, okay. But yes, I don't know how everyone else is feeling. How's everyone else going out there? Are you guys, are you feeling any symptoms, like ascension symptoms, or you're okay? You feeling balanced? Yeah, I'd love to know how everyone's going.
Yeah.
So is yours more when you eat, or is it there all the time?
No, it's weird. It's weird. It's feels like something hard is there. Like something hard. It's just weird. And sometimes it's there, sometimes it's not.
Yeah. Yeah, it's like strange stuff's happening. But for everybody, if you ever feel that you need to get it checked out, you just go and get it checked out. Okay, that's the other thing as well. Don't be afraid of going, okay, I need to put my mind at rest. Even, I'll just go and get it checked out. So
yeah.
I'll always advocate, that sometimes that's what that's there for, is to put our mind at rest, or, for us to know, our physical body might need a little bit of support with something. Just doing the energetic.
Actually, funny enough, you say that this morning, a video about what are the symptoms of having parasites came up, and I literally had all the symptoms except for one, I think. And I was like, I don't know, I have a feeling there's something here with this. Yeah. So I went to the store, and so he gives you all the things to that you can take for it. Garlic was number one, but after garlic, it was the one you had said, the
black walnut. Is that the one?
Black walnut and wormwood. And I couldn't believe it when I went to the health food store, and there was a mix of both, an extract that had both of them in it. And I'm like, that's the one. Yep.
Beautiful. And it's about following that intuition, just letting us be led by spirit or God or whatever you want to call it. And you'll get your knowing. And so for me, because I got the hit to take something as well for parasites, and because we've got a cat now as well, there's more chance of it. So so I agree with you. And this is why I say to people, don't be scared to just get it checked out. I love my if I want to get a checkout, I'll go to my naturopath because he does everything. He does kinesiology, he does acupuncture, he does his own herbs. He's brilliant. And so I'll go and see him, and it'll come up with what my body might need support with if I haven't already got it intuitively.
Yeah, I need to find someone like that here. I just don't have that. And I'm not going to go to a doctor. I just don't go there. So that's why it's kind of, I've been trying to just do it myself with the help of my psychic friends who kind of guide me along the way. But I'm sure if it was something important that I would know that I needed to do something about it.
Exactly. So yeah, but I mean, honestly, I think finding someone that is to me, like a naturopath or someone that can actually help us in that area first, if that's what you feel is right for you, definitely. So I'm so blessed. He's my friend now, and I've known him for like 20 years. So you're just so good. Recommended a lot of people to go see him as well.
Yeah.
But,
So just with that. What else? Oh, I was telling you because I think people were interested in this about the state national thing. And then when you become part of a group that wants to live as a private citizen and not being under the rules of the government, you start hearing other things like how to get a hold of your mortgage and get it paid off, how to get your car paid off, how to go get a brand new car from the lot and they deliver it to you at your house, by paying from your fund. And as a matter of fact, that my best friend, his company, they buy so much Amazon that Amazon gives them an option to buy a robot, that it's an Amazon robot called Astro. So he asked Astro, it's like Alexa, right? You go, Alexa, blah, 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 and you ask a question. And he's like, Astro, how much are birth certificates worth? And he says, birth certificates are worth anywhere from 1 million starting in the beginning to $19 million.
Wow.
So, yeah. So our birth certificate is worth money. And what I found out from these people is that the Social Security card that we have, or Social Security number, not only is it for debits, but it's also for credits. And so there is a trust fund attached to that Social Security number.
Yes.
So right now I am following one person on YouTube that is trying to figure out how to get access directly to that fund, to that trust fund. But meanwhile, there are people paying the whole balance on their credit cards using the coupon on the first page. So it's been like very interesting to see all these rules that have been put in place that to screw us, to take advantage of us, but how they by law have to provide a remedy for it.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, so when because of the way the law works, you got to have checks and balances. So the dollar is a debt, right? It's a debt saying this is gold and silver, but we can't use gold and silver to pay. We have to use a debt. And you cannot use debt to pay a debt.
This is interesting. And this is it. It can get so convoluted that most people just wouldn't be able to get their heads around it. It's so complicated deliberately.
Yeah. And then if you look into the Fair Credit Card Act or some kind of act that was put in place, which is shocking that this exists. So the debt collectors cannot call you, cannot go to your house, cannot send you something in the mail without your approval. They cannot. It's illegal.
But do they know that? This is the thing. Most of them are so ignorant that they just think I'm doing my job.
right. Well, the regular guy doesn't know, but the people that do that buy those debts from the credit cards, they know. But then now we're getting our power back by knowing these rules that are out there are that we can protect ourselves with. So now, if they put a something on my credit report, all I have to say is you're in violation of the Fair Credit Act, and you have to take that off my record because I did not approve that you would put it on my record.
Wow, it's interesting, isn't it? So it'll be so fascinating to watch you and how it goes for you.
Yeah.
So good to have someone that's doing it in real life.
Yep.
Yeah. So wow.
So we'll see. And like I told you before, what was it that I told you as well? Oh, the other thing you can do is ask for them to show you that you have a contract with them, and they can't show you that you have a contract with them because they sold it. They sold the contract, and that's how they get the money from the treasury. So that's it's so powerful to be around these people. They know so much. They know how to get around the law. They know how to have your rights in court. They know how to get out of a ticket, from a policeman. They know what you can say and not say. I mean, it's very empowering to be around them. It's just so much information that it feels a little bit overwhelming.
Yes. Yeah, because it's the absolute flip opposite of what we've always done, how we've been led to answer, yes, I understand, you don't say that. All these things that are part of common law, what we would call common law here. So, yeah, I've looked at a lot of it as well, but yeah, it's like but a lot of the police don't realise that they're actually working for a corporation and they should have an ID number, and they don't know. They're just doing their job. There's a lot of ignorance, and yeah, it's interesting because Nick said she turned 2 groups away saying she did not consent, and it's when you know. And I know people that have actually with their mortgage done the same thing over here, where they've said, I want my original agreement with you, and they haven't got it.
They can't.
Yeah, but it takes a lot of courage, and it takes a lot of, like you said, knowledge as to what to do.
Yeah, absolutely. So it's and also, I'm coming from a place of 5D where I know I create my reality. So I'm not going to create going to court. I'm not going to create that they're going to come after me. I'm not going to create any of that. Right. So it's almost that, almost like it's kind of trying to stay the course of being in 5D and not getting involved, but also standing up for not being taken advantage of.
Yeah. So this is where I think too, just following that knowing, following that intuition, asking for guidance, it can often steer you clear of lots of problems. So I think, so how you're saying that is really beautiful.
Yeah.
Because you're not out there going, I'm really angry, I'm going to go get this. No.
It's an
amazing experience, and it is about speaking truth, and it is about my empowerment, and you're doing it from that higher place.
Yeah.
So, and you're trusting your intuition.
Yeah, absolutely. And knowing the consequences. I know what the consequences are. They can't touch me because I am no longer Elisa Herrera Wright, capital letters. So you can't come after me anyway because I'm not even part of your corporation anymore.
And it's interesting because judges know this. And I've seen an incident where a judge just walked out of court because the guy knew exactly what his rights were. So when a judge walks out of court, the court's adjourned, it's finished.
Yep.
And she didn't say anything. She was harassing for a while, and then she just went, oh, this guy knows. And she just left the courtroom. And I found that intriguing because they actually know.
Yeah. Yeah. But again, like I said, I'm not going to create a reality where I'm going to end up in court because then you really need to know a lot, right?
It gets stressful. Yes. It's just, So I'm just going to stay away in my bubble because I'm okay with it all. But I think what you're doing is amazing.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
I am not, like I said,
Mm.
I told my friend, I said, I am not fighting anything. I'm claiming what's mine.
Yeah.
That is the way that I'm going about this, is
Yeah.
I am claiming what's mine. And I don't care about getting a passport so I can tell the officer, ha ha ha, whatever, you can't touch me. No, I don't. That's not my deal. As a matter of fact, I might not even get a new passport. I don't know. This was more about energy. This was more about energetically telling the universe, I'm putting my energy into the future government, not into what we have now. And that was really it.
Yeah. That's
Yeah.
great. So, you know, and it's true, we get like a little fire or a passion to do something, and that's part of the experience, isn't it?
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
So yeah.
Yeah. And it's a video game. Again, I mean, after our last show, I had to integrate the information.
Yeah.
I really had to integrate the fact that they can reset the video game at any time.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, you know what? Like, I'll do whatever. Like at this point, anything can happen. They can reset the whole game.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
Yeah, I still ultimately believe that God has control over everything. That's my knowing. It's like, nope, this, and however it plays out, there's still that.
exactly. That's exactly how I feel about it. I feel like if I choose to go this route, I'm going to be taken care of. If I'm going to go this route, I'm going to be taken care of. It doesn't matter what I decide. If I know I'm protected, if I know I'm safe, if I know everything always works out for my highest good, then why would I even question it?
Yeah, that's it. That's it. Yeah, and that's one of my favorite sayings is God's got my back. Like that's it. And at the end of the day, that's what I listen to. It's this, and how it works is through our intuition, through our feel. Everyone, it works differently for everyone. We have to find our own way of that knowing.
Yeah,
that's what it's about.
Trust and just trusting and just what's it called when you trust? You surrender.
Surrender, totally. Surrendering to it, because we don't know the big picture. We're just getting little snippets and experiencing life from those snippets in a way. And so it's just trusting that there is something so much bigger. And
yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Absolutely. So Maree and I were talking about, well, what do we talk about today? I wasn't finding any topics that really that called my attention. And so she brought up the fact about Julian Assange and how Australia looks like they're gonna bring him. He's not from there, right?
Oh yeah, he's Australian. Yeah, he's from the country.
Oh.
He's from Queensland countryside somewhere. But yeah, they're looking at putting out a proposal now and putting it to Parliament to actually bring him home so he doesn't get extradited to the US, or and the charges are dropped against him. So we'll just see what happens. But it's the first time over all these years of everyone petitioning, and there's been a lot of outcry in Australia about it. And yeah, so this is really interesting that now it's coming out in the media that there's been a turnaround in the attitude of our government. But I was saying to Elisa as well, my gut feeling is that he's actually been working behind the scenes for a long time anyway with the White Hats. And yeah, is it just a double? Is it a story that's going on that he's actually been in prison for this long? I don't know, but that's just always been my feeling. Somehow he's working with them, because he was the one that said, I think it was like 90% of Washington would go down if the truth came out, once the truth comes out.
Yeah, well, can't wait for that. So, okay, so what do we want to ask about Julian Assange then? Is he already in Australia?
Or is he already working behind the scenes, maybe?
Yeah, like is this just like a story and he's already out and about and doing his thing?
Yeah, or working from a place that's safe. Yeah.
Right.
Like, who knows? Is he in Cheyenne Mountain, you know, where they all say there's that big military base? Who knows where he is? Let's just see if, we'll just see if we can ask if he's actually out doing stuff.
And then we can ask Trixie's question when we're done with the Julian Assange topic.
Yeah, okay. And then, that one's really tingly. Let's just get you out of there. Okay, so the first card that dropped out, which I take always, is our Nine of Swords. And this is about, it's about when we worry at night time about things. But to me, it's about you don't have to worry. And then the card that came up was the Ten of Wands. So to me, something's nearly finished. So this is action that is taken that's actually nearly finished. Then the Wheel of Fortune. So there's definitely going to be a shift that is palpable, that we know is something that he's maybe been involved with. So when that Wheel of Fortune changes, I believe that he has been behind the scenes to make this happen with the action that's been going on. So, yeah, it looks like it. I mean, we can ask also if what was I going to ask there? It's gone. The question's gone. Have you got another question around that?
Yeah, so Freedom has one.
Yeah.
So she wants to know if he's related to Trump's Uncle John.
Okay, let's just check in and see.
Or maybe if they're related. If it says no to this question, we could ask if he's related to Trump at all.
Yeah. Let's just see. There. Oh, you're not going to believe it. We've got that Wheel of Fortune again. So there's. I feel that there is something. We have to ask the question differently because the Two of Pentacles has come up, which to me means that we need to ask the question. Yeah, the Chariot, to get the answer, we need to find the question. So we need to ask the question differently.
So is he related to Trump at all in any way?
Yeah.
Blood.
Family. Is there any connection into that family?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. I mean, the guy is so intelligent and he speaks. I've actually heard him speaking on a live webcast thing. The man is just so well spoken, so intelligent.
Yeah.
Okay. Is he actually connected at all into that? You want to come out? Oh, you're not going to believe this.
Wow. Same cards.
Similar, but there's something else coming through here. Oh. Yeah, it's so this came up again. The Chariot came up again, but then there was the Three of Swords. So I don't know if it's actually a known thing. It could be because we've got our Page of Cups. It could be just that there is some similar connection DNA-wise. You know how there's been so many people moving around the place, and to be that intelligent and to be, just have that wisdom that he's got. It looks like there could be an unknown connection there through bloodline.
Okay. Is he connected to the Galactics at all?
So when we say galactics, I'm going to talk about a starseed family, so other interdimensional beings.
Yeah.
Look at that.
Or yeah.
Because I don't know, the Empress. Okay, so when the Empress comes up, this is all about creation. So I feel this is saying that we all have an aspect of that within us. And I'll just check with him now, get more clarity specifically. The Emperor. Yeah, I would say that there's definitely something specifically within his soul template or within his makeup that holds a lot of power because of the contract. Yeah, there's some sort of contract for him. I mean, you don't go through all of this and not have some sort of soul contract because the Three of Pentacles is about a contract. So, yes, I do believe that he's got a definite contract and it's related. He's getting that there's something in him that is definitely supporting who he is.
Okay. And then what about this question from Nick? Will Assange be quantum technology or financial? So I'm not sure.
So, Nick, are you asking, just do a clarifying thing for us, are you asking with quantum technology or financial? Okay, I'm getting that's at the beginning of it all, the source of it all, there's the same technology, I feel, that's maybe going to be running through financial technology. I don't know. Maybe ask it a little bit in a different way.
But what does it have to do with Assange? I guess I don't understand the connection between Assange and the quantum technology or financial.
Well, has he had something to do with setting it up? Because he's quite brilliant. So I'm wondering if he's had anything to do with that as well. Is that what Nick's asking?
Okay, so she's saying role using wisdom to assist rollout. So is Assange helped or is part of the quantum technology or the financial
aspect?
The financial aspect.
Okay, let's just tune in. We've got that one again. So I don't feel it's. I'm just going to ask for a clarifying card. So to me, when it's the Nine of Swords again, it's like, there's been worry about him. There's been, it's been a bit of an issue. But the Tower, I feel the Tower's come up. So I feel he's had a lot to do with actually bringing down something. When the Tower comes up, it's the change moment. So he's more had something to do with the truth, almost like bringing out the actual, the sun. So I love it. When the sun comes after the Tower card, he's helping to bring down the system so that the new one can be implemented. I don't know that he's actually, it doesn't say that he's actually interacting with the quantum technology. I feel his role has been different to that. But, it's still whether he's now working with quantum technology. So 50-50 on that. I don't feel that that's his actual role, Nick, from what the cards are saying. But he's definitely, when you get two major arcanas like the Tower and the Sun together, when you're asking a question like that, I do believe that he's a huge part in the change of awakening people and actually having the proof to help bring down the system and the people behind it.
Yeah.
That's what the cards are telling me. So
okay. All right. Media and WikiLeaks was his thing. Yeah, so it was all about putting out truth out there.
Exactly. Okay. So those cards are quite apt, really, aren't they, for him?
Yeah, for sure. I wish I knew more about him to ask more questions, but whenever his name comes up, I kind of ignore.
Yeah, well, it's been so long. It's been such a long time. But I actually, when not long after it all happened, I went and I heard this senator who was anti him going, he's just taken down, he's so wrong because he's put people in jeopardy that are doing undercover stuff. And it was all rubbish. He was just exposing lies that were really bad. And as soon as I heard that, I went, I don't trust you. I'm going to go and find out what's actually happened. And I actually found some of the footage and stuff that he had that showed things that were going on within the army and stuff that were really bad. And I went, this man is incredible, how he's got a hold of this stuff and what he's done with it. So, I sort of got an understanding then of how big it was, what he was doing. Well, he was the one that found all of the emails that got lost from Hillary. Mm-hmm. So that's when he said that 90% of Washington would go down.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. So.
All right. So the next question after that we got was from Trixie, and it was about I don't know if you remember this. I do remember seeing pictures of this, so I think it's very real, or at least until they reset this matrix. that in world history class, we were taught that the Chinese girls had their feet bonded to be attractive for future husbands because they wanted to keep their feet small. Was this actually true? Is there something nefarious behind tying them up?
Right. Well, you can't run away if you can only hobble. Let's face it.
That's true.
Yeah. So yeah, I've heard this as well, Trixie. So let's just check with the cards to see if that actually was a process that was part of their customs.
Yeah.
Oh, you. Okay. Strength cards come up. So to me, it could have been a very strong aspect of their custom when I get that sort of strength card coming up.
Yeah, it definitely was.
Yeah, the world. So that was a huge part of their world. So, and it was, I'm also getting, I mean, two major arcanas with this one. This is interesting. And I'm also getting that it was new, because when the world card comes up, it can be something new that's come through. So, but it created a lot of issues. The Nine of Wands, so horrible, really, a lot of issues. And I keep getting the feeling or knowing very masculine dominated. I just keep getting that feeling with it. So, yeah. So, but now there's balance, because the Two of Wands, it was trying to find a balance. And of course, there's still a lot of expectations. With Chinese, because there's not as many girls around the age group because of their one-child policy. Remember, they had issues. And I met the most beautiful Chinese lady, and her parents had her and kept her even though she was a female. And she said she had the pick of all the men. So it was quite an incredible time. And, the sadness that was there with when parents couldn't have another child and they might accidentally get pregnant or something. She actually went through that. I mean, goosebumps. So, that was, really, really. So some of the measures they've brought in, and we know it. And what I then found out later was a lot of that was just to get hold of little ones that the farmers and peasants would have. And they'll say, we'll take care of them. And then we know what probably happened to them. Mm-hmm. So I think there's a lot of stuff that we haven't heard about too publicly.
Wow.
So yes, Trixie, it looks like that was an aspect of their culture.
Yeah, I remember that. I remember seeing the pictures of when they would take their bandage off and their feet were, it was horrible. It was horrible.
Okay.
Okay, so Nick also put on here, another question was Monroe and Elvis connection. I'm going to assume she's talking about Marilyn Monroe.
Yeah. Okay, Nick, let's just.
I just remembered what it was that came to mind. We can do this question, but if I forget, it was that I saw a picture of Jefferson, who's in our $20 bill. Jefferson is in the middle of our $20 bill, and somebody had it next to Epstein's picture, and it's literally the exact same face, like exact same face. Like I was just like, oh my God.
Isn't that interesting? Haven't we done didn't we do something on this? And it was like that souls, they would choose to come back into a similar body in a similar power situation.
Yeah, or again, some of these souls have been living for thousands of years. They just jump from body to body, or maybe the adrenochrome can keep them alive for thousands of years. I don't know. I mean,
who knows? I know that's great. All right, we'll look at that one. We'll look at Monroe and Elvis connection. Now, Nick, I'm going to take as
and Assange.
What was that?
So she said yes, and Assange. So the connection between Assange, Marilyn Monroe, and Elvis. Was there a connection between them?
Okay, connection. So we'll just any sort of connection. Yeah. I mean, Assange is I think he's my age-ish. So, I think Elvis and Monroe were a lot older. So if you want me to include him in the question, we can. Actually, can we do it separately? because I want to see if Monroe and Elvis were connected first, and whether it was romantically, whether it was just as friends, whether they knew each other, whether there was some knowing that went on, whether they were working behind the scenes with something. Let's just ask and see what the cards tell us.
Jefferson Assange, son. Oh, the son of Monroe and Elvis.
Ten of Swords. So no, I'm getting that's a no. That's definitely no, putting something to bed. So no, it's just it's something that's been put out there because we don't know, do we? Who's what in the So no, the Knight of Cups is someone that brings a message, but it's usually just a small emotional aspect. And Five of Wands, that's another no, because this is change or fighting through action. So I don't feel so well, the cards are saying no, but as I always say, use your own intuition as well if you feel there.
Yeah. Okay.
Should we ask you?
So the next question was about Assange and if they were using him to confuse us.
Are they using? You mean Assange with what? With the information he's put out, Dennis? Is that what you're asking, or the fact that
I think
telling us?
I think so. Yeah. What you're saying.
Yeah, or the fact that telling us he's been imprisoned and persecuted for the truth. Let's just see. I mean, it's going to be confusing when people find out maybe he hasn't been in prison all this time, you know. So we have to sort of just narrow it down a little bit. Okay, we'll just ask: is he being used as part of a confusion thing? Well, I mean, it is worldwide. We know that. Everyone knows of him.
Yeah.
And it's something new. What he did was quite new. Having that WikiLeaks thing was actually a new aspect. Yeah, Five of Pentacles. Now, when this comes up, it means someone's been pushed out into the cold, but there is change coming. So I don't feel that he was used to confuse us. What this is saying to me is that he was used as, well, he did a job that woke the world up, literally. He actually made people ask questions. Yeah, justice. So he was working for justice. So I don't feel he was specifically used to confuse us. I feel it was to do more of this, to bring about more justice and truth. Because he had, like I said, if you watch some of the videos he had, they were goners. Like the people that did what they did, yeah. So no, Dennis, I don't think that was their actual underlying thing with him.
Okay. Okay. All right. So the next question is from Jim. We've all been told about deceased X. We know it's coming. Twitter's called X. Eclipses make an X across USA. Will it be a new bioweapon or 5G affecting the jab disguised as a new virus? So did we do cards on this at all?
It could
whether this new whatever they're putting out there, if it's the good guys just throwing it out there to see how people react, or
well, let's find out, because my gut feeling is that there won't be anything. I feel that the 5G has been taken down. I don't feel that's an issue now. It was how it's going to be used. I also believe that I don't feel that we'll be affected by a new strain of something at all. That's my gut feeling, Jim. And that's it. I think we have to all go in and just check to see, well, where's my intuition telling me? What am I being told here?
Or what timeline do you want to be on? I personally don't believe in that timeline, so I don't. It's not coming into my reality. Like, I don't know about it. Like,
and I think it's great though that it gets brought up, because Jim, I think a lot of people want to ask these sort of questions and they probably don't. So I think it's great, but I think it's great. Asking questions is the way to get our truth and our answers. And sometimes we get taken a little bit misdirection and till we get to a place. I mean, they may use this as a way, if they need to, of keeping people home for a short period of time. Who knows? Oh, that hurt. I think that one wants to come up. This new thing that's going on. Whoa. Oh my gosh. Jim, the death cards come up. So to me, it could be used as a transition you know, when the time comes, just with what I was saying then, if they choose to, they could use it as a transition to, but I don't feel it's going to actually, the death card to me is going into something new. It's leaving something old behind and going to something new. King of Pentacles, this is all being controlled by our beautiful white hats in the movie. As well, as Nick said, it's really interesting looking into it. So no, 8 of Cups, no. Have no fear. This is walking away from a situation emotionally. So no, it'll just be used. And this is when, you know, if we've got people around us that don't know what's going on, and if this comes to being because they're just using it as a way of keeping us down. I mean, look at the last pandemic. It was used. There was actually, it wasn't as bad as what they were saying. So anything can be said to keep people, you know, safe if they need to.
Yeah.
And then it's up to us to then be able to support those people and go, hey, it's okay. This is actually a little bit different to what we're being told. This is what's going on. So this is why I think it's great these questions come up. So yeah, I'd be so surprised if there was, you know, they considered it a real thing.
Right. Yeah.
Is that your thoughts on it as well, Elisa?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, let me see. We'll see a difference in the balance of male and female. Okay. So before we go to that question, let's ask about what the picture that I saw of Thomas Jefferson and Epstein.
Okay. So, and what do you want to ask?
Is there a connection between them?
Okay.
And then we'll find out what type of connection after that. Mm-hmm. Or maybe the cards can tell us, if there is one, what type of connection.
Okay. So this to me is, bringing up something that's maybe not God connected, that's evil, but it's the devil. And then we've got the 5 of Wands. So there's been some action taken that has created something that is maybe not so much in the light with this. Yeah, hang on, let me just tune in to get some clarity. Oh, you want to come out. Okay. Yeah, look, there's something still hidden. So the 4 of Swords has come up. So there's definitely something that will be revealed about this, but it's not yet. Okay. So, and there's some truth, but when this Page of Swords comes up, to me, it's not all the truth that's been spoken, but there is something there, but it's not going to come up yet. No, Wheel of Fortune, we have to wait until it's time for the tide to turn and things have moved.
So there is a connection there.
There is a connection, yes. Whether it's simply that, I mean, who knows? Look at some of the rituals and things that are done. You don't know, do you?
No, I don't know. It's like this feeling of like
something.
It was so uncanny as far as, so literally like it was the same guy, almost like he never died. It's almost like
yeah, there was something.
It's the same guy. He never died, basically, is what it felt like.
Yeah, so look and see.
So,
yeah, it's certainly created a lot of confusion because we've got our 7 of Cups that's come up. To me, this is so many different, there could be so many different ways of this happening. And then the Magician. So there's a lot of smoke and mirrors that goes on behind the scenes.
So could we say he's a clone? Could we say that Jeffrey Epstein is a clone of Thomas Jefferson's DNA?
Let's have a look and see. Because, you know, we know there's some stuff that's gone on that's been really strange, right? With things like that happening. So let's have a look and see. Because Jefferson was president, right? Is that right? Yeah. Do you remember when?
Close to Washington. But then again, whatever they told us is a lie. Yeah. So I don't know.
Yeah, true. There's an aspect. So the Page of Wands has come up. To me, this is some action that was taken, but it's not huge action. So there is something there that's similar There's something that's been done. Again, the Page of Cups. So it's not fully that
clone.
person.
It's not exactly that, but it's close to what it is.
There's an aspect, and that's there's an aspect. The Ace of Wands has come up. So because I was getting there's something there, but it's not fully like a clone or anything. It's just an aspect of some sort, whether it's physical, whether it's soul, whether it's I don't know, but there's definitely an aspect that's the same. Yeah.
Interesting.
And when that Four of Swords comes up, it always tells me that maybe it's not quite time to know that sort of stuff yet. It's still hidden. It will be revealed.
I get it, but I want to know.
I know
so
you do.
I'm gonna ask.
But it's not. And you know, I can only tell you what I'm getting like intuitively, and then through the cards. And that's
Yeah. Yeah. Okay, so Maple Tree had a question about Chinese lied to their people about their ancestors and culture. Is it true?
Yeah. Maple Tree, I think we've all been lied to about our across. This is worldwide.
Yeah.
You know, it's just that with them, they've got that amazing Great Wall of China, so everyone can see it. But yeah, Maple Tree, my gut feeling is on this that we've all been lied to. And there's so much, it's really fascinating. I'm finding it so interesting as we raise our consciousness and become more and more connected into divine. It's like the truth comes through. It's like there's more and more being revealed.
Yeah.
Yeah. About it. And it's sort of like slowly, it's been drip fed, you know, as more and more people become conscious, then there's more and more out there as well that's coming through. So and it's 10 of Wands, Maple Tree. So I feel that it's nearly finished. Like this, there will be truth revealed around all of this. But categorically, just even intuitively, I'm going to say yes, because it's come up too many times. You know, it's and the star cards come up. So I feel that our culture, where we come from, it will become clearer for us. And we've got a Six of Wands, which is a victory card. So it will come out, definitely. And more people will be ready for it. I think we've just got to get through the basics first, that we're living in this system that's completely run by, you know, people that have a lot of control or have gained a lot of control. They've been very smart and patient over the hundreds of years. I feel once we've gone through basics and people are starting to feel more safe, then these truths will start to come out and people will be a bit more open-minded to it as well.
Yeah. Okay. I'm not sure where this question is coming from, other than we were talking about the Chinese and how they were, but they were more men than women, so I'm not sure.
Yeah.
I'm clear about this.
I can just ask. I mean, it's all relative, and who knows, with all of the things that are now affecting people actually getting pregnant, and you know, as we know, there's been certain procedures that have happened that are really affecting people, who even reproduce. So who knows what's going to happen, Nick? It's like we just don't know what the next 2 generations are going to be like. So we can just check. I'll check in with the cards.
Okay.
Big change of male to female. Ace of Cups. It's interesting. Interesting. It's an emotional thing, because the Ace of Cups has come up. So I feel there's going to be a lot of emotion around what goes on. And whether it's just to do, so then we've got our Knight of Cups. So this is actually the message coming to people. It's not a huge message, but it's a small emotional message. So no, it's not. I think there's going to be a lot of unknowns that go on that Seven of Cups. Again, they're all emotional cards. The Seven of Cups has come up, and that to me says that there could be some chaos around this whole scenario. You know, as well. Yes, it's. I don't know, but I don't think it's got to do with the male and females ratio. I think this has got to do with babies in general. Do you know, in Australia, there's been something like a 25% decrease in birth rate.
Well, I thought that's because of the vaccine.
We don't say that word. Because otherwise, ding dong. So no, but no one's talking about why, even though it came out initially when it was being given to pregnant women, there was like an 80% increase in miscarriage, and it's like still not being talked about. So, but yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah.
So Nick, I think it's going to be different to even that.
Yeah, for sure. For sure. And then I don't know why this is not working today. When I try to
click on it to get it up.
Yeah. Like if you click on the arrows to go up and down on the comments, it doesn't move. I have to actually go on the line and like scroll with my, yeah.
I still use my scrolling pad on the actual computer.
Yeah.
So did Dennis have one as well?
Huh?
Dennis had a question.
Dennis? Where?
Yeah. And
yeah, that's where I was going next. So look at the less eclipses with this next one. It forms an A. Is there a significance to it?
It forms an A. So what does that mean? Like the actual, the eclipse. So what you see, is it a partial eclipse? Is that what we're talking about, Dennis? If it's partial eclipse, is that what you mean by it forms an A? I don't know. Let me know.
No. So what they do is they take the eclipse and they show you how it's going to cross across the U.S. And then you put a line on it. And I imagine he's saying like with the eclipses, it's creating like an A.
Okay. Let's just
so see. Is that on purpose?
Okay, this is interesting because we've got the 5 of Cups. So to me, there's a little bit of grief with this. And again, it's emotions. But then we've got the King of Cups, again, master of emotions. So whether it's just the alignment coming through that's going to create the emotional, there's an emotional reaction for some people to this energy. But something's hidden. When that King of Cups comes up, there's also something hidden under his cape. So let's just see. Knight of Pentacles. This to me is it's bringing a trustworthy message. So I don't know that there's significance to it apart from the fact that some people can be affected emotionally through that, like depending on the alignment of it. So, and where you are situated. So no, that I'm not feeling it's going to be negative with that Knight of Pentacles either. There's not significance. It simply is how that is running through it at the moment.
So nothing major there. Okay.
And then Dennis also, that was the one I saw.
So are there pictures of the money used for power, like black magic, to keep their power alive? Like Thomas Jefferson or Benjamin Franklin, like in our money, we have these faces on there. Yeah.
And also, the symbolism on there. There's isn't it there the triangle with something in it as well? That's like a symbol.
That's on the dollar bill. Yeah, it's the Illuminati sign.
That's it. Yeah. So let's have a look and see.
And it's also on my Department of State record of birth abroad, because I was born in Panama.
Wow.
And it's funny. It's an eagle on the top left, and on the top right is the Illuminati pyramid. That's in the dollar bill.
That says it all, really, doesn't it?
Yeah.
That's amazing. Gosh. Okay, let's just see. Okay. Yeah, they've planted this a long time ago, Dennis. The 7 of Pentacles has come up. So this was definitely something that they've been working on. That one wants to come up. Yes, that's an absolute yes. And, remember there's rituals that are done around this. And look at apparently what went on to create central banks. Look at, all the people that were taken out, all the things that happened to actually be able to do that. Yeah, and so they had control of the money. That's Six of Pentacles. They've got control of what they give us and how they want to keep it balanced. So that's a yes.
Wow.
You know, we can counteract that, and this is why I talk about just connecting in with it, being grateful for it, and then just having the intention or energetically blessing the money. So, you know, however you choose to do that, and so that it comes back, how, you know, multifold to the people getting it as well as yourself. So you're really blessing it and releasing that power, that magic. As soon as light hits it, as soon as love hits it, you know, as soon as we're connected and it goes through to there, that's so much less than what we have within us.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. Yeah. What are the plans? Oh, sorry. I got to display that first before I read it. Kathleen's question is, what are the plans for the British monarchy in the near future? Is William going to be next or skip him for the oldest boy? What happened to Kate in the hospital? Was she really there?
Whew. Okay, we've got a few questions in there.
Yeah. But the first one is important. What are the plans for the British monarchy in the near future?
I agree with you. Okay. All right, let's just see if we can get some information. Mm-hmm. This is a Six of Wands has come up to start with, and I'm just going to, because I'm actually getting something intuitively as well. Oh, you want to come up next? Okay. Yeah, Magician. So what they're doing is they're making people feel like, because so many people, as we know, adore their royalty. That to them is their strength. It's where they find their comfort.
Yeah.
Believe it or not. So that's why this has come up, but then it's come up with Magician. So they're going to use smoke and mirrors. It's actually not, they're going to, what I was getting told is that they'll have no power. There'll be no real power with it. But what there will be is maybe like a figurehead. So, you know, just until people can get their heads around all the things that have gone on, because it's massive. Yeah. So the King of Wands. So it will look like there's someone that's doing action, and this was the intuition I was getting. Actually, it was interesting. It was like, and I'm almost seeing a female. So whether that's Kate, whether there's whether there's a female that will help people to still fight until they find their own strength and their own. We don't need people to guide us and lead us. Someone that will just hold a space for them all is what I'm getting. So that's what the cards were sort of showing as well.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So,
do you want me to ask what happened to Kate? Was she really in hospital?
Well, the next question was, is William going to be next or skip him for the oldest boy?
Okay.
So I guess the question would be, is William going to be king?
Interesting. Anyone that becomes king, because this is the King of Cups, again, it's just to support people emotionally, but it's all hidden. What's really going on is actually hidden. So let's just see if it's going to be. Because who's Kate married to?
William.
Yeah. No matter, it doesn't matter. It's a King of Swords. I'm sorry, a Page of Swords. This is the Furphy I always talk about. This is it's actually not truth anyway. Whoever they put in there, it's going to be a double. It's going to be someone.
Right.
So it doesn't matter. So the Empress has come up because there's going to be something new that's created. This is all just finishing, is what I'm getting. It's yes, it's irrelevant, completely irrelevant. It's because people aren't going to like what's being offered to them. That Four of Cups tells me that they're not going to like it. And the truth's going to come out. And oh my gosh, they cannot release all the truth at once because people will be furious. It will just be like devastation day. I've lived in the UK. I know the dedication that's there from so many people. Yeah. So,
did you ever watch Monty Python and the Holy Grail? Like, if you watch that, like, he's totally making fun of it. He is from the UK, and it's like, did people really not get it after that? Like, like movie. Like, come on, like it's
I know.
it's
I
right
know.
on your face.
But cognitive dissonance is just so strong. It's, you think this has been eons of this royalty and the story we've all been told from history about the queens and kings, and everyone just accepts it. It's like the buildings. It's not until we get it that we realize that these amazing buildings weren't built with horse and cart back in the 15th century. Yeah. So it's cognitive dissonance until they're ready. It
Crazy.
just can't be seen.
Yeah, it's crazy. I
Yeah.
don't get it, but whatever. All right. Well, I think that's it for today. I am so grateful for everybody who participated and was here to support us on the chat. Thank you so much, everybody. We so appreciate it. We love you so very, very much. If we did not answer your questions, please hold them till next time. So definitely we want to get that, answered. And Maree, anything from your Jazzy?
Yeah, let's just do a beautiful tune in. So just tune in. Fascinating. Because I go into God, so I tune into God, and then I just ask for any sort of, through Jasper, through the crystal, any sort of images or anything. All I got shown was I got taken up, and it was just, how you have those silver stars? Oh, this is interesting. Silver stars that are like shiny paper stars, but they're cardboard. Have you seen those sort of stars? It's like
Yes.
they are hanging from the ceiling. So it's like there's silver stars somehow coming through. So whatever that means to you, each individually, it's almost, it's like we're being shown silver stars. So whether it is we're receiving a silver star, or whether there's something going on with silver, or whether it's just,
What does it mean to you?
to me, straight away, I also got silver. I don't know why, but there's something going on with silver. And it's positive. It feels just positive. These silver stars feel really positive about something. So I don't know. It was interesting. It was interesting how I got shown that. I haven't had that before.
Oh, awesome.
So I'll sit with that one, and I'll actually just contemplate that one. So there you go. There's some playtime for you all.
All right. Awesome. All right. Well, thank you, Jazzy. Thank you, Maree. And don't forget about Maree's show on next Sunday. And we will see you guys next Monday, and bring your questions, because I might not find something to talk about. So it's always good for you guys to come with questions as well. So thank you so much, guys. Stay high vibing, and we'll see you next Monday. Bye, everybody.